Hi everyone, welcome to my live stream today. Welcome to Princess Beyond Passions. My name is Princess and I'm your host. Uh, Today we are going to discuss something very, very important. Um, and I welcome you all. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is. I hope everyone is good. I hope you all are good. I hope you're all having a good time, having a great time. I hope things are going well with you. For those of you who don't have your families around, or for those of us who don't have, some of us don't have all our families around, family members around. I hope you're hearing from your family members. I hope you are communicating with your family members. Yes. So you are all welcome to my Tuesday live show. That's what I titled this one. But there is something actually very important that I would like us to discuss today. But I did not want to put the title of that name out there. Perhaps after this LS, I will put it out because it's very, very important. Okay, before we get into it, let me give a shout out to people who are already here. Thank you all so much for coming around. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. I'd like to say a short prayer. Father, Lord God Almighty, I thank you for today's LS. Thank you, O God, because you have given us life. You have given us, in you we have our being. It is in you that we can move, that we can live, and it is in you that we have our being. Without you, we are not able to do what we do, and without you, we are not able to come together today. Lord, as we come together in this LS today, whatever we discuss, I want it to be to the glory of your name. Let it benefit someone out there in the mighty name of Jesus. Grant us the wisdom to discuss all that we're going to discuss today in the mighty name of Jesus and help us to help other people who require our help or who need our help, be it in form of advice, in form of counsel, in form of finance, in form of whatever form it is, be it in form of empathy. Lord, I pray that you give us that compassionate heart to be able to hear one another, to listen to one another, to help one another in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. Okay, welcome everyone. Cindy Style, you are welcome. Just giving you a shout out, mega shout out to all of you. Cindy Style, you are welcome. Thank you so much for darling for coming in. Valize Uche, been a long time. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Gigi Masibo Empire, thank you for coming. Steezy Ella, you are welcome to my LS. Thank you for coming. Thank you all so much. And thank you for the beautiful thumbs up that you all have given. Be Yourself Dynasty, you are my first member that came in today. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. I appreciate you. Um, Gigi Masibo Empire, yes, thank you. Thank you all for coming. Now, I am going to discuss something very important today. It's important to me and to um, a lot of people out there who might find themselves in that position. Sometime last week, I saw a post put out by Gigi Masibo, and I listened to it from the beginning to the end. And I did not stop there. I went to Lynn Ngugi, who interviewed the person that is going through the ordeal. I didn't stop there. I also went to Mita Yakonga. Mita Ya, sorry, I need to Yeah, Midaya Kagoni. Yes, that's the name. Midaya Kagoni is also a journalist, and she also interviewed the woman that is going through the ordeal. And so I have gone around a few people and I have left them messages, and they know that I am holding this LS this evening, okay? Because I have left them the messages. Besides, when I finish with this LS, I'm going to have to tag them, so that I have also told them that I'm going to tag them. Perhaps I could have done it already, but I was so busy, I got caught up in so many things, so I couldn't really tag them. Perhaps I should even do it now. All right. So that's one, and then two. I was also a little bit skeptical because of YT. I don't want a situation whereby YT will penalize me, because there is something I saw that has to do with children as well, which I made a video on, and I uploaded the video hoping to premiere it sometime next week or this week. But immediately the video uploaded and hit my YT studio, YT, struck immediately. And I had to immediately dispute it immediately, or appeal it, or whatever it is that I have done. I can't remember, but it's a warning, it's a serious warning. So it's more like a strike. After this one, if I get another one, it's going to be a strike at my channel. All right. But it's not going to stop me from discussing what I have to discuss this evening. Now, let me tell you what happened. Uh, this woman, or this lady, started going through her problems right from childhood. She lost her mom when she was, I think, about 2 weeks or 2 months or so old. So she did not have her mom to take care of her. It was her grandmom who took her in and was taking care of her. But you know, her grandma did not really give her the love that she required. She uh, and her elder sibling, right? She and her elder sibling. Okay. So she started going through hell from her childhood. Even to eat, Hamlet, Lebron, you are welcome. Even to eat was a huge problem. Okay. So she has said that every time they were hungry, and like little children crying for food, their grandma would tell them that they should go and boil their dead mother and eat her. Okay, so that was how bad it was. Um, when her elder sibling got to, I think her elder sibling was able to finish year 8. Afromex family, you are welcome. Gigi Masibo, I wouldn't mind if you can come up at a point in time, if you have the strength to come up to collaborate this story, or any other person who has seen the story can come up. Please let me know so I can drop the link. Or if you, after telling the story, if you have anything to say, please let me know. I will drop the link so that people can come up and contribute. Okay, because this is something that concerns all of us. It could happen to anybody. So uh but she said that at her own time, I think she got to 8. Immediately she got to 8, she had to uh year 8, that's like primary 6 or something like that, right? She had to drop out of school, and she had to go because she couldn't continue, and there was no vibes with the Thompson family or welcome, and there was no means of completing her school. There was no means of her existing, surviving and all that. So she had to get out of that place and went and started doing housemaid. She became a housemaid to somebody as a job. Nella Nekano, you are welcome. Thank you so much. It's 1:40 a.m. in your place. Oh, wow. Oh, thank you so much for dropping by to give me that support. My dear friend Nella Nekano, I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, Gigi Masiru. All right. So, she dropped out and she became a housemaid somewhere. And then at that place, her madam did not really treat her well because she did not pay her for 6 months. The woman at first, the woman was complaining that she doesn't know how to do anything, that she was too young to do this job, and blah, 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 blah. But she was there doing the work, and the woman was not paying her. And she could not go back to her grandma's place because at least her grandma chased her away, but this woman did not chase her away. This woman accommodated her, and this woman is feeding her, was why she decided to stay with the woman. Adam Network Show, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. So she was there and she was there living under that kind of condition. Then I think it was neighbors or a friend. She eventually got a friend and who told her that, oh, come, that there's someone who needs a housemaid. You come and work for the person. So she had to move with that friend. By the time she got to the friend's place, the friend told her she works in a nightclub and that she could get her, the club needs workers, but that she could stay in her place. She started staying in her friend's place while her friend goes to work in the club. Now she did not know what she did not know is that her friend had not paid for rent for many months. So the rent was outstanding. And so it was now on her head, sort of, because her friend was not at home, her friend was at work, working in a club. Okay. But anyhow, she struggled and struggled and struggled and started working again as a housemaid. And I'm just cutting the long story short. So these are all the things that she had gone through. While she was going through this thing, I think she was about 16 years of age at this time, and she met a man who she no, before she met this man, she met this friend, and she and her friend started making fruit juice, and she was hawking it, she was selling it. She and her friend would make fruit juice, and she would carry the fruit juice and go and hawk. And she was making they were making little profit for the day. Okay. So while she was doing that for them to survive, she met a guy. She met a 20-year-old boy. She was 16 at the age, and they got together, and somehow she got pregnant. She said she hated herself at that time, but well, there was nothing she could do. She could not terminate it, she could not do anything, but so she had to be pregnant. And eventually, she met a friend again or she started working as a housemaid again to somewhere, but somehow, yes, no, it was in that position. She met this man. This man, she met the man after she got pregnant. She met another man. And this time, the man was not the person who impregnated her. She met this man on Wednesday, and by the Sunday of that Wednesday, she got married to the man. This is another person. So, did she tell the man that she was pregnant? Yes. Moderator active, Kathleen to Team Happy, you are welcome. Did she tell the man she was pregnant? Yes, she did. She told the man she was pregnant, and the man accepted her and her pregnancy, you know. She met this man on Wednesday and they got married on Sunday. And they started living together. And the two of them started hustling. He was such a good man and such a nice man to her. And eventually she gave birth to this child in that man's house. And till date, the man is still her husband. Okay? Happy gong gong, you are welcome. Till date, the man is still her husband. And they started, hustling, they started living together. But things were difficult for both of them. Things were extremely difficult for both of them. So anyhow, this man was taking care of this kid. And before you know it, she got pregnant again. She had another child. Okay? I know the names of the children. So she got pregnant, she had another child. Okay? So now things became extremely difficult. Even she was sick at the time, and she would go out sometimes, go beg for food, and just for her children to feed. And they had a neighbor who was selling in the neighborhood. She would go get food on credit just for them to eat and feed. Then sometimes the husband goes out. The husband never ceased to go out. The husband kept going out to look for jobs. And sometimes he would get jobs, on contract. He will do it. They pay him. He will come home. They will pay their rent and pay other things. And then the money will get finished. And then the struggle continued like that. Okay, but now she started, looking out to other things, how she could get a job. And she met this friend who told her, okay, they will take you to an agent who would uh, process papers, documents for you so you can go work in Saudi Arabia and all that and get money so you can keep your children and your family together, which was what happened. She was lucky she got this agent who helped her, trained her. At first, the agent trained her. So she was now trained. And after some months, her papers came through, her visa came through, everything legal, documents, she got all the documents. And then one day, she got a call that she was now ready to travel out to Saudi Arabia to go get a job there. She was happy, you know. But the thing is, she did not want to leave her two children for the man alone to take care of the children because she was afraid other things might happen. The man might think she ran away or something and then go and marry another wife, and the wife might now begin to maltreat the children. She didn't want that. So she discussed it with the man and told the man, okay, you know what? Let's take the children to her grandma's place, that same grandma again. So, which was what she did. She went to her grandma's place, pleaded with the grandmother. The grandmother said no, blah blah blah. They despised her so much, and I don't know why. Just because she lost her mother at a tender age. Okay, so oh, Cindy Style, thank you so much. Can you imagine? I'm just seeing the badge now. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, a member of my channel now. Wow, am I so lucky? Okay, so Emily, Lanak, Team Happy, thank you for coming. Thank you all for being here. I just want to, get this story out so that Lara Laxin, thank you for coming so that we can get it going. Okay, so right now, what has happened? She eventually traveled. Okay, so I was at the stage of she took her children to her grandma's place. Her grandma did not, yes, they did. Her grandma refused for her children to stay with her. Okay. Then her aunties, that's her grandma's sisters, no, her mom's sisters, siblings, children to her grandma also spoke to her grandma, and the grandmom refused. They all collaborated and said no. Eventually, she had to beg the woman that when she gets to where she's going, that she has gotten her papers, her visa. She has gotten her visa. Email the Kana Team Happy, thank you for coming. She had gotten her visa, and that she was going to travel to Saudi Arabia and she was going to go work there and she will send money and all that. So eventually, when the mom had that, the grandma had that, the grandmom now accepted those children, but on the condition, because now she knows that money is going to come in and all that stuff. So, but still, she was maltreating the children. So somehow, she traveled out to Saudi Arabia, and God so kind to her. She got a job, and she said she by the time she was entering into that couple's place, she knelt down, she prayed to her God that God should protect her so that she will go in and come out, let her meet nice people, let them pay her, let her come out of this alive. And don't forget that she's now sick. She had long pain, and her lungs were paining her and all that, but she carried it, to go and do her work. So she got this couple in Saudi Arabia who she started working for, and they were nice to her. The first salary she got 24,000 in that currency, and she immediately sent 14,000 to her grandma and told her the things to do with the money. Then sent 10,000 or so to her husband and told him pay rent, do shopping, and take to those children in her grandmom's place, which was what happened. But guess what? The grandmom said she wanted to buy a phone, and she bought the phone from the money that she sent her and did the other things, settled other debts, school fees and all those things, but insisted that she sent her another 1,000. The following day, she asked for another 1,000, and she told her, "Oh, grandmom, I have sent you all the money that I made this month. This is a salary. She does not have any other money. You have to wait until she has another money." So that became a problem just because she didn't, but she had sent 14,000 already. But the woman insisted she must send her 1,000, you know? So, based on that, problems ensued again. Now, let me rewind a little bit back. While she was still at home, her first son had started schooling, and somehow she had formed a good relationship with her first son's teacher. Yes, she had formed a good relationship with her first son's teacher, and they had become friends over the years, over the 2 years that she had known her. Because sometimes when she doesn't have food to give her son for lunch, the teacher will give her son food. And sometimes the teacher, when she doesn't pay school fees, the teacher will go intercede on her behalf to the principal, and the principal of the school will allow the child in, you know, to stay after some time when she, or depending when she will have the money to pay for the child's school fees. So that continued and continued and continued. Gladys Maureen, new Team Happy, thank you. Team Happy, thank you all so much for coming. Okay, so that was what was happening. So now she has had this her friend. Okay, so when her grandmother started raising dust over money and started maltreating the children, okay, she has bought the phone. Oh, fine. Let me talk to my children through the phone. The grandmother said she doesn't know how to operate the phone, but she would use the phone to demand for money from her. Okay, take the pictures of these little children. Let me see my children. That's why I gave you money to buy the phone in the first place. The woman refused that she wouldn't take the children's picture and all that. So somebody else will have to take the children's picture and send to her. and all that and all that. So there was so much problems. Okay, all right. So finally, she decided, okay, you know what? She was going to talk to her friend. This her friend that was, was being kind to, showing kindness to her first son. She decided to talk to her and say, oh, please, she has a job in so so place. She's now in so so place. Would you mind if I, would you be able to take care of my two kids? Let them stay with you. And they made an arrangement and decided she was going to be paying the woman 13,000 in their currency. Dominant man, you are welcome. So she was paying they both agreed on a salary of 13,000, and that was it. She got her first salary and she sent the 13,000 to the teacher who became her friend, who is now taking care of her two children. Okay? So first month passed by, second month, things started happening. Uh, the woman would not allow her husband to come see her children anymore. Why was the woman preventing her husband from coming to see her children? That was a question nobody was able to answer. She was not able to talk to her children. She did not see her children's pictures anymore, but she was getting some sort of talks that things weren't happening the way they ought to happen. Okay, so second month passed, and finally, the senior son, the first son, was going to have some sort of graduation in school. So, oh, mean, as in mean. The grandma is mean because she's still there. Is mean as in mean. I can't even understand that kind of mentality. I can't understand it. So the first son, it was time for his graduation, and the woman did not even tell her that it was time for the graduation until late. Okay, so she sent money as usual, sent her salary as usual, then sent money again for the son's graduation. Then Sharon and Chris TV, you are welcome. Then sent money to her husband to buy things and also come and, you know, attend the son's graduation with the younger son, because now the younger son would like to witness she felt that when the husband takes the younger son to go and witness the brother's graduation, she will be able to speak, at least to the husband, or the husband will be able to take the pictures of the two sons and send to her, since her grandma wouldn't take, and her friend wouldn't send the pictures. Now, what has now happened? The husband went there, did not meet the woman at home. Gigi Masibo Empire, you are welcome. Yes, you should be able to contribute to this story. The husband went to the friend's place. Hello, you are welcome. Thank you for coming, Gigi Masibo. Can you hear me?
You're doing well, continue.
Okay, thank you. All right. So the husband went to the place so that he could take the younger son to the school where his brother was graduating, but did not meet the woman. Rather, he met the elder son who was supposed to be graduating. No, the elder son had now, no, how did that happen again? He met the elder son. He met the caretaker, I think, and the son had gone to school. The caretaker said the son had gone to school. Now, who prepared the son to go to school? The son prepared himself to go to school because the woman he was staying with was not at home. So the son prepared himself to go to school on that graduation date. Can you imagine a young boy? He went to school by himself, all by himself. So the father now decided, okay, since the child is in school, let him go to the school where the son was graduating. He went there, got there, the son was graduating. Okay, fine. Where is your younger brother? That one said, that one could not talk. He could not talk. So, okay, fine. After the graduation, they went back home. Went back home, the father now took him to his own place since the person that is supposed to be taking care of them was not at home. That woman was not at home, their guardian. So he took him home and said, okay, let him spend some time with him. In the evening, he will take him back to where he lived, where he will be, where to the woman's place where he lives. In the evening, he took this boy back home. By the time he got there, the woman that was supposed to be taking care of these children was still not in the house. The younger brother was still not in the house as well. Ah, so the caretaker was the one there. So where is the guardian, the teacher, the friend who is supposed to be taking care of these children? They said she had not been at home for the past 3 days. So she had left home in the past 3 days. Guess what has happened? This woman had been maltreating these children to the extent that she had now tortured the little boy and had killed the little boy. So the little boy is dead and gone now. And that was why she ran away from the house, she and her boyfriend. Till date, they have not apprehended them. But the story is out there. The reason the little boy, the elder, the sibling could not talk, that's the boy that was graduating. The reason he couldn't talk was because the woman threatened him, saying that if he revealed what had happened to his brother, he will also get killed. Miss Ngu Soko, you are welcome. He would also get killed. That was why he did not open up to the father. Number two, Simde, this one is beyond crying. I have cried, I have wept, I'm tired.
I am
Number
even
two,
tired.
even Masibo had cried. She's tired of crying. So number two, the blood that happened while they were committing that act, the woman and her boyfriend, while they were torturing this boy and committing the act, was all over the house. The caretaker told the little boy, this young boy, the brother, to go and clean up the entire place. Oh, yes, we're not even talking of the grandma now. She's of no good. Assuming the grandma had agreed for the little children, for her grandchildren to stay with her, will we be talking about this thing? Will
Yes,
this little
I
boy be killed in cold blood?
I
How old
think
is this little boy we're talking about?
the
He is
little
only
boy
3 years.
is and the elder one is in grade one, so probably 6 to 7 years. And yeah, the teacher Phyllis, She used to be a teacher to that elder son, Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there it is. The boy's name is David. So baby David is 3 years and is been killed now. And the baby Peter is about 5 to 6 years or so. Okay. So now there and while all these things were happening, nobody informed the mother of the child who is in Saudi Arabia working and paying this woman that killed her son. All right. And everything happened in the presence of Peter.
Yes.
Okay,
Right.
so this is what we have at hand. So um she has finally the agents have finally some no some so let me complete the story. So what happened then? The woman who was supposed to be taking care of these children, who had committed this act, now wrapped the baby up in the middle of the night and went and deposited his body in a hospital mortuary. Did not dropped fake name. She registered with a fake name, dropped the child there, but left her phone number. So it was through her phone number that they called, that they traced that she was the one who came to deposit the body in the mortuary. Now, the body is beyond recognition because she had tortured, the head was broken, the they used a blunt object or so on the head of the child. The arm, some pieces of meat were missing from the thighs and the arm. The back, they had used hot iron to, you know, lash at the child, so it had formed some tattoos on his back. Is not the grandmother, is the person that is now the teacher stroke the friend to the mother.
Yeah.
She, yeah, the teacher and friend to the mother, who she now left. So she more or less left her children in care of her friend and was paying her friend on an agreed salary of 13K in their 13,000 in their currency. She is the one who did this to this poor boy, okay? Because the grandmother would just not help. The grandmother would just not help and was also maltreating them, was why she took them to the friend's place. And now she did that, deposited the child in the mortuary, left her number but with a fake name. So they traced her through the number and got to know she was the one. That's one. Two, they never informed the mother who is in Saudi Arabia. So it was somebody else who now called her, who now told her, showed her the picture that she saw her son in so 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 hospital. So you are early or am I late? Governments are having fun messing with time. Another horrible story. Stephen, I was a little bit early, but I'm telling a story and you can follow the story. So, but you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming. So now, somebody else called the woman, this lady in Saudi Arabia, to say that, oh, this she saw your son in so 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 hospital. And the woman was like, her son? How come? How is he ill? No, it couldn't be her son. So the woman, the person that called her, sent her a picture. Is this not your son? She said, oh, that's her son, all right. This was the picture they had taken when he was okay, old picture. Because while he was with the grandma and with the friend, They didn't send pictures. So yeah. So she said yes, that's her son. So she then called some people. Was it her aunties or yeah? To go to so hospital and check out, find out if truly her son was in that hospital. Uh Oyoyo's World, you are welcome. Thank you so much for coming. So they went, checked the entire children's ward. They could not locate the boy there. Checked the entire hospital. They could not locate the boy there. And eventually they checked the hospital mortuary. Lo and behold, the child's name was registered in the hospital mortuary. So the child was in the mortuary. Healthy G mom, you are welcome. So finally, this woman got to know that her child was in the mortuary through another person. Somehow, she contacted her agents and they arranged, she told her story to her employers and they had to terminate her contract and they arranged for her to come back home so that she could come bury her son and sort out the issue. So now she's back home now. When she got back, her none of her relations came to the airport. It was her agent that came to the airport to pick her up,
Can
took
you
her,
imagine?
it was now the agent who was now helping. Went to the hospital. She went to identify the body that they said was her son. Because the body was covered. First, she saw the head and she almost passed out. That what? This head, the head of her son, what happened to him? What happened to him? They had bashed the head of the son. 3-year-old boy, baby.
I don't know what they
So,
did.
yeah, they did something to his head. So, she summoned courage and said, okay, yes, her agent is very supportive. Up till now, her agent is still supporting her. So, summoned courage and they opened the body. Lo and behold, the body was worse than the head that she had seen. The body was worse than the head. The body was beyond recognition. It had been tortured, had been tortured. Anyhow, the first son, Peter, could still not talk and was even running away from the mother when he saw the mother. So
Was
somehow
was
after some
even telling the mom not to beat him because he was not able to save his brother while he was going through all those stuff.
yeah,
Was even asking for forgiveness that he was telling his mom, please mom, don't beat me, forgive me.
yes,
I wanted to help my brother but I could not, you know.
yeah, yeah. I understand she was not living with her 3-year-old. Yeah, so you just world. The hardship was so much for them that she sought for help and they helped her secure documents, got her passport, got her a visa to go to Saudi Arabia, where she now started working. And she had worked for only 5 months before this thing happened. And this person that did this to her son was supposed to be her friend of 2 years. And
Yeah.
she pays the woman to take care of her children. That's even the worst. She pays the woman to take care of her 2 children. So finally, the boy, the mom was able to secure the boy's confidence, and the boy now said, oh, raised his 2 hands and started begging the mom for forgiveness, that she should not beat him, that they had told him that if he said anything, that they are going to do to him what they did to his brother. That was why he was so scared he couldn't talk. So now let him tell them say you are welcome. Thank you for coming in. Let him tell them what happened. So it was now the little boy who now narrated what he saw because everything happened in his presence. Besides, this same Peter, this same firstborn, has scars. You could see some scars on his body, on his arms. They had also been beating him and torturing him with hot iron and all that. So he too has scars on his body. Because I might feel different here. No cause should a woman leave a child that young in the hands of strangers. Yes, which is what the woman is regretting now. But she told her story. She told her story from when she was 2 months, 2 weeks old, how her mom had died when she was 2 weeks old. And I told the story from the beginning. So she had been through hell. She had been through hell was why that going was the last resort. And this woman has a mother. The children's grandma could have taken care of them, but the grandmother too was mean. I've told the story. Cindy was here when I started the story, so she can relate to what happened. Oji, is this the same story as yours? Oji, is Oji Brown Brown here? Oh, or is it Gigi? Sorry, Gigi. Yes, yes, Stephen. Gigi, Stephen is asking you if this is the same story. Yes, I heard it from
Yes,
Gigi's
it is.
place. So I went to the person, to the woman who interviewed the actual person, the actual interview, you know. So I went to her and I saw the actual woman, Maureen, and I saw the interview. And then she also referred us to someone else, Mithaya Kogani, who
Yeah.
is also a journalist, a big journalist. I also went to that one, so that's how I'm able to come back because I have told them that I'm going to say the story in my LS. Now these
Yeah,
are
people are
things.
being encouraged to share this story because we want justice for baby David.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
encouraged. Yes, we want justice for baby David. That is what we want. So the long and short of this story, why I'm telling this story, is because we want justice for baby David. That's one. Number two, we are soliciting for counselors, for people, who can, psychologists, counselors, people who can work on, who can offer solace to Maureen on pro
And
bono because there's no money. She doesn't have anything right now. She's back to zero level. In fact, she's even living somewhere that she's more like hiding somewhere right now. She's not living in a house. She's somewhere right now. You understand? So that's two. Then three, we are also asking for funds to help her because some people have taken up her story and we want justice. We know that justice cannot bring back the little boy, but we cannot also allow um, Jerry, the woman who did this thing, to be roaming the streets without being apprehended because right now she has not been arrested yet. She ran
yeah,
away. This thing happened about 8 days ago, or how many days ago, or how many weeks ago now. She ran away and she is yet to be found. Her boyfriend's place, the boyfriend also ran away. In fact, the boyfriend's place, the caretaker has put new tenants in the boyfriend's place right now. As we speak, new tenants are occupying the boyfriend's place. So two of them are on the run, So we need all whatever we can get. Um, People who can counsel Maureen on pro bono basis, who can talk to her, help return sanity to the poor, to the young woman, and also help the little child of 6 years old because he is scarred for life. He is emotionally, you know, he's going
They
through.
even they even drew a tattoo snake on his hand.
Yeah,
The-
the boy's hand. They drew a tattoo snake on his hand. And the boy had told them that the woman used to pull out blood with syringe
Yes,
to drink. Is a terrible thing. We don't know. True Namle, you are welcome, my dear sister. Is a terrible, terrible thing going on. So that is what is happening right now. That's what is happening right now. I contacted Lynn Ngugi this afternoon and Meta Ka, yeah, Kagoni, and I had told them I'm also going to host an LS and talk about these things so that whatever anybody can do, if you can offer pro bono counseling to Maureen to restore her, right now she
yes,
is devastated. The little boy is devastated, and there's
yes,
no money. We can send money. Yes, I intend to send funds because that's the only thing. There is no amount of
yes.
because they need funds.
To help in terms of money, there is a PayPal in Lynn's Ngugi channel. I could not pin on my channel
I have it.
because I don't know how to pin it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have the PayPal to Lynn Ngugi's channel, and I have Lynn Ngugi's email address.
yeah,
In case you want to reach her, I will pin everything on this LS on the description when I finish. I'll pin
yeah,
everything there. So if you need to reach Lynn Ngugi, you can reach her on that email address, and also the PayPal. I'll also put it there in case you want to send money, or in case you also can offer uh, counsel or can offer psychological tips to help Maureen. You can also reach Ngugi and tell her what you would like to do. Okay.
you're right.
Kamsi Space, you are welcome. So this is what is happening. This is what is happening. While I was busy handling Maureen's case and thinking about that and talking about that, I got another I got another case. Now that one is a case of kidnapping. A woman had gone to a school. Or let me not mix that up with this one. Let's just
Yeah,
face this one. I will take that story in another LS so that it doesn't become too much.
yeah,
So that is what is happening. Guys, these are real issues facing people. And there are many more people like Maureen out there who are going through stuff in life. Look, we can't even blame people because we don't know what people have gone through in their lives. We can't. I understand. Yes, true, Mamle, you missed about 50 minutes or 40 something minutes of the story. Uh, my dear sister, Oyoyo's world, are you still here? I understand Maureen needs a professional psychologist and counselor. Yes, please, people. Maureen needs a professional psychologist and counselor, but on pro bono basis because she does not have money and we don't have money to pay you. She
yeah,
also needs money to feed her child. They don't have a place right now. She does not have a home of her own right now. Her husband's place, he couldn't even pay the rent because of the hardship. So he moved away from there and went to a smaller place. That smaller place cannot even contain him and Maureen and his son. It can't contain him and his family. But let me establish one thing here. Her husband has been very nice and supportive, extremely nice and supportive. He took that first child like his own son. We've not had any um any bad reports concerning the man at all. It's just that life has been hitting the two of them hard. They have not been balanced. They have been hustling, you know. Yes, my dear sister, Oyoyo's world. Yes, I understand where you are coming from when it comes to 3-year-old children, but things happen in life. Mhm. Things happen in life. Yes, it is easy for us to say, oh, there's no way a woman can leave 3-year-old. But look, life is deeper than that. I
Yeah.
have experienced something in this life. This my one life. I've experienced more than 9 lives inside this one life. I can't even begin to tell my own story. Let me not even tell my own story at all. And
You
there's a
know,
reason I don't want to
people,
tell my own story.
so, people are very quick to judge
Yes.
and without wanting to know the other side of the story. You know, Maureen did not leave her children because she liked it. It was because of the condition that they were
Yes.
in, and the
Yes.
situation was really, really bad. And she could not. What there was a time she had nothing, and she fed her children 2 days with pure water until this baby David, the same baby David, started puking because the water was too much and the stomach was empty. And because of that, she ran quickly to the shop to ask the shopkeeper to give her bread and milk.
Yes.
Then she came back to give the children that milk and that bread. The children ate like they finished
Food.
everything, you
Yes.
know.
Yes. In fact, the child passed out on the chair because of hunger. That
Yes,
was why she went to the shopkeeper to take bread and milk on credit. And she brought it and divided into two, one for this child, one for that child. And they ate, and that was how the children survived.
Hello, hosts. Hello,
Oh,
everyone.
hello, sister. You are welcome. We are just well. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I was tempted to jump in real quick. It wasn't the plan, but I had to. First of all, I'm not here to judge the woman,
Mm.
but because I don't have the root of the story, so I'm trying to like grasp what I can in this information. And I don't know the country where this happened.
Okay, can I tell you?
Yeah,
It happened in Kenya.
in Kenya. Okay, so it's
Yes.
still an African country. Great.
Yes. And
The
it's still
reason why
ongoing.
I'm saying I'm still shocked that the woman left her 3-year-old. You know, we all know what motherhood is for those of us that have children, or
Yes.
even if we don't have children, we've watched our siblings, our sisters, our brothers have children. We know what it is and how we value them. I'm not saying all hands are equal or should be equal, but what I'm saying here, no matter the kind of hunger you're going through, leaving a country entirely to go and look for means and leaving behind a child that can barely talk is a complete no-no for me. I can't stand to look at that person. That's the way I'm saying it. And then you're talking about a husband. So I'm trying to understand, is he a new husband or she had husband already before she left?
She had her husband already before she left. It
Okay.
was in her hardship that she met this man. She met the man on a Wednesday and they got married on Sunday, like a few days later.
Okay.
So that's she did that because she had nowhere else to go. She had no home. This woman I'm talking about, she lost her mom when she was 2 weeks old, and it was her grandma who took her, who brought her up. And the grandmother, she went through hell with the grandmother. At age 13 or age 12, the grandmother had already locked her out. By age, she started living and started doing housemaid and from place to place. And she will work for 6 months. They won't even pay her a dime. They will
Mm.
say she's too young, she's this. From there, another person will take her off and she will do housemaid until she met a friend whom she was now producing fruit juice with the friend. The friend who produced fruit juice, she will carry it, go hawk it, and they were making like is it 50 Kenya shillings every day or something like that. This was what she was doing. At 16-year-old, she got pregnant. That was how she got pregnant for her first son. And the person, you know, did not take her in. The person who impregnated her was a 20-year-old boy, did not take her in. She was now regretting, why did she ever, you know, do this? And she was disillusioned about men. But after a while, this her husband saw her and they met on Wednesday and he decided to marry her on Sunday so she could, you know, he legalized the relationship so she could live with him.
Okay.
This was how she started living with him. With that pregnancy, the man accepted her with the pregnancy and started taking care of her until she gave birth to that her first son. And then after a while, she took in again for the man now and gave birth to another son, which is now David, which
The
is
one that
that
is dead now.
the one that is dead now.
Okay.
So
So
she and her husband had been struggling and struggling, going out, you
okay,
know.
a host. Sorry to interrupt you. Okay,
Yeah,
she got married and then gave birth to the child. I really feel sorry and feel pity about what the girl had gone through in life and what she's still going through, as a matter of fact. So
yes,
my take is, why did the couple, it's not just the woman now, the man inclusive, why did both of them agree to give their child to a complete stranger because of 2 years friendship? Also, the lady might not have, extended family, because we Africans, we always have somebody in the village, somebody somewhere, extended family. Even if you are the only child of the family, there might be another person in the community that is, we call it omonna in my Igbo language, you understand? Some people call
yes,
it kitchen. Somebody in that village might have some kind of atom of sympathy to help. Secondly, the husband allowed a stranger to take care of their child. I don't know. I keep saying this, and I will say it here. Most times, people leave the villages to the city for a better life, but
yes,
that better life is not actually stationed in the city. One
yes,
can have a better life in the rural area. If that child was back to their community through the husband's people, somebody could have at least managed to take care of that child. But no matter what I preach today, the deed is done. The child is gone. Is the essence of what? Rehabilitating the woman and probably helping her. And also the child that is alive, the surviving child, that's actually the person that needs serious rehabilitation. No
yes,
matter how we look at it, he saw the horror, he experienced it, he is
yes,
traumatized, and this is going to live with him if he's not saved, maybe for the rest of his life. So
yes,
that's the person that needs the real help. The
yes,
woman needs help. But I mean, no matter what anybody is going through, I'm still saying this, no matter the situation you find yourself, do not think that you're going to get it in another place. There is no greener pasture anywhere. When people try to, I want to go overseas, I want to go over. When you come to overseas, you find out that life is still struggle. You understand? It's just on another level,
another level, another type of challenge.
another
Yeah,
type of challenges that you will say, okay, fine, I'm not worried about electricity, I'm not worried about water, I'm not worried about
but
security.
you have to.
But you have to pay for that electricity. If
Yes,
you don't pay it a day, you're gonna be what? Terminated. The light is gonna go. So the
yes,
struggle about life is a continuous thing. We just keep managing it and keep getting better, hoping that one day we'll be like a Alien Musk or something like that. You understand? But the
yeah,
thing is, I'm still trying to wrap my mind and my brain. See, a host, I have two daughters, okay? And then no matter the situation is gonna be, you understand? Is either that hunger will kill me first before it kills my kids. You understand?
That is what she's saying now. That is what she's lamenting now. That if she had known that she would not, because Lynn Ngugi asked her, do you have any regrets? She said her regret is that she traveled to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's too far.
Although she made some money, she was able to take care of some things, but if she had stayed, that it would have been better for her to have her child in her hands. If it is that hunger that was killing the child, she will have the child and know that, okay, this is the end of it, and it was hunger that actually killed the child. That was her regret.
Really
And
regretting.
she went to Saudi Arabia with her long, that she's ill, eh? So that illness is preventing her from doing certain jobs. And even the Saudi Arabia where she went to, she explained it to her agent, she explained it to her employers, who now decided that she was not going to do some certain house chores. So she was doing some house chores, but they were still paying her, they were good to her. So that's one of her regrets. That's one of her regrets, really.
Her story is such a sad one, and
It's a sad one.
I really hope this kind of story will go viral so that young women will learn from it, because we're all learning. I'm still learning. For I don't know for others, but I will say I'm still learning.
Oh, we are
So
all learning, my
yeah,
dear sister. We
others
are
will
all
Learning.
learn
learning.
from it, because one thing is okay, you think is better there, but another thing is actually not better anywhere. Those
Hmm.
some situations are better than others. um you guys are calling for funds. I'm gonna see what I can do on, my personal note to assist. It might be little, but I will get through you through Instagram. I hope I can get through you through Instagram, right?
Yeah, I will
Yeah, because
through
if I
Instagram.
say
I'll give
let's
you.
let's do a, super chat here, you're not gonna get the whole money, so
No, no, no,
that's a complete waste of time.
no, no, no super chats, please.
Okay.
Let's do it through Instagram. It will be
Instagram.
better. Yes,
Okay.
because when I get to Lean, I'm not going to go through super chats to Lean. I'm going to
Okay.
go through PayPal to Lean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do. I'm gonna connect with you once I leave this live on Instagram. Then we'll take it from there. And
Oh,
hopefully they find healing for this boy. I am so devastated about his story.
I'm
There's
telling
some
you. Thank
Thank
you
you so
so
much
much.
for
Thank you so much, Oyoyo's World. Working Purpose Monica Miles, thank you for coming. True Mamle, thank you so much for coming. XV Hairstyles, thank you so much for coming. And Simdi Style and the rest of the people who are still here. Gigi Masibo Empire, thank you all for being here. Yes. Um, yeah, the story continues. So we are also seeking for healing. We are seeking for psychological help for the little boy and for his mom. Yeah, on pro bono basis. So if you know a psychologist or a counselor who can help who can help talk to the child. The child is about 5 or 6 years. If you know a psychologist who can help with healing the traumatic experience that this boy has gone through, please kindly help. And the mother also needs a psychologist also to help her. Yes, apart from funds. Please, guys, thank you. Working People's Monica Miles, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Oyoyo's World. Monica, Working People's Monica Miles says thank you to you, Oyoyo's World. If you're still here, my dear sister. Yeah, so Gigi Masibo, do you have anything to say to this, to what we have talked about so far? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So sorry, host. My phone battery died on me. I had to switch to my laptop. All right, my sis. All right. Gigi Masibo, I'm sure something happened too. Your network acting upon you? Stephen, are you still here? Uh, everyone else, are you still here? Tumamli, are you still here? Kamsi's World. Oh, Kamsi's World came in earlier on. Kamsi's World, thank you so much for coming in. We have such a huge matter on our hands, and that's what we are dealing with. Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Thank you so much. Does anyone want to come up to say something? Yeah, thank you. Working Purpose Monica Miles. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. This is such a handful. Yeah, Stephen is still here. This is such a traumatizing experience. All right, guys. Does anyone want to say anything else? Does anyone want to contribute? Yeah, Gigi Moscow Empire says, Oyoyo's World, thank you so much. May God bless you. Thank you so much. Guys, if anybody wants to, um, Cindy, I tell you, is it, my head aches too. Before I could come out to say this story, ah, True Mamle, a container ship full. Yes, Stephen. True Mamle, did you hear the story from the beginning? It's something else entirely. People, please, thank you all for staying. One person going through all this. I tell you, Cindy style, one person. It's a cray world out there. People are going through stuff. But no matter what you are going through, no matter what you are going through, please let us learn. Let us be careful. People are targeting kids are targets now because while I was handling this one, another one came in. So we'll talk about that one another day. We'll talk about that one another day. That one is not does not involve money, does not involve anything. We'll just discuss it. We'll just discuss it. But this one is crucial. This one is crucial. That other one, thank God, a few things have been done. But this is a crucial one. I will run out of mix and tea. I wish we be soaked in tears. Stephen, says Stephen. Zany's thoughts, my dear sister. Zany's thoughts. You're welcome. Uh, Stephen, Cindy star. I'm trying to be strong. I have cried, I have wailed, I have. When Gigi Masmo was telling the story, she was crying. I'm trying to be strong. When I was listening to the story for the first time, I cried. Listening to the story for the second time, I cried. I went to Lynn Googie's channel, I cried. I went to Mita's channel. So I decided that when I come to tell, I'm going to brace up myself and come here and tell the story. And I decided I will be strong while telling the story. I'm not going to cry. Because if I cry, I won't be able to tell the story. I won't be able to tell the story. So that is where we are, people. If you have little kids, please, I don't know how I'm going to plead. Please stay with your children. We cannot judge anybody who is going through stuff or who is working somewhere to be able to raise money to take care of her two children. We can't blame, we can't really judge, but it's a difficult world out there. Little Bonnie, you're welcome. Ah, so people, uh, if 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 you are going to be able, if whatever you are, part A, you are welcome. If you did not hear the story from the beginning, later on, please, I will encourage you to go through this LS so you can get the story. I tried to tell the story as much as I could, and Gigi Masibo also came up to contribute because she knows the story well. You understand? So whatever you are able to do, yes, people get in trouble trying to make it better. Yes, people get in trouble trying to make it better. Yes, indeed. So whatever, after going through the story, whatever you are able to contribute, please contribute. We want justice for that baby. We want justice. These are the three things we are asking. Justice for baby David. Because the person who did this to this child is still out there walking free. She has not been apprehended yet. And you know what police system is the system is back in Africa is somehow. So she has not been apprehended yet. She's still on the run. She and her boyfriend are still on the run. The caretaker who knew about what was going on, she's also a mother to two children. She knew what was going on. She was the one asked the little boy to go clean up the mess, the blood. She was the one asked him to clean it up. She has not been apprehended. She has not been questioned. The friend to the person, the girlfriend to the person who did this thing also knew to some extent what was going on and knew that that child's body had been deposited in that mortuary. She has not been called to be questioned, which is why we are taking up these things. Lynn Ngugi has taken it up, and uh, Mitaya Kagoni has also taken it up, and will ensure that baby David gets justice. Yes, baby David will not come back to life anymore because he's gone, but let there be some form of justice. Let there be some form of justice. I promise myself I'm not going to cry. I promise myself I'm not going to cry. I'm going to be strong throughout this LS. So we're asking for that justice. That's what we're asking for. Psychologists who can help the little boy out and the mother, and we're also asking for funds to enable this young mother to take care of her surviving son and herself, because right now they don't have a home, they don't have a means of livelihood. She has no job. Her contract had been terminated where she was in Saudi Arabia working because of this case. She has come back home and she does not have a home anymore. The husband is not strong enough. He's also going through hell. He doesn't have a stable job. The job he was doing was terminated during the pandemic. That was a good job that he was earning fairly okay. It was terminated during the pandemic. So since then, he has not been able to get a stable job. It has only been, contract jobs, 1 or 2 days in a month, something like that. So he really doesn't have a good job. Okay, so that's what's going on. All right. So if you're able to reach out in any way, kindly reach out. When I end the LS, I'll put my IG. Okay, I can put my IG. If you want to contact me on IG, contact me. Then we'll see what we have to do. I I have already reached out to Ling Mugi, the key person that is handling this case. I've already reached out to her. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Oh, Pat. Okay, Pat Eyaba. Yes. Um, it's a long story, but the long and short of it is what Cindy is saying. The mother left her two children with her friend and traveled after a hard life. She was able to, through the help of some agents, travel to get a job in Saudi Arabia. The first child is about 5 or 6, the second is 3. And now the person started maltreating and started torturing the children to the extent that he has killed the child of 3 years now and ran away. She and her boyfriend killed the child of 3 years and ran away and deposited him in a mortuary and absconded. So till now, this thing happened about 2 weeks ago. They still have not seen the woman, but they're working on it now, and so on and so on and so on. The woman herself has been recalled. She has buried her 3-year-old son, but she does not have a home. The boy is battered mentally. The surviving child is traumatized because he witnessed everything. He also has his own scars. They've scarred him. They've drawn strange snake on his arm as a tattoo, and they've scarred his body through torture and all that. So the little boy also has, you know, his own. But the surviving son saw everything, saw the torture, saw everything that happened to the brother, how he was killed. So not only that, he was forced to clean up the blood of his younger brother that they have been killed. So it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess, a huge one. It's a mess. So, guys, Those are the three things we're looking into. Okay. I want to end this LS so that whoever feels like contacting me, we are seeking for justice for the little boy. Any which way you can contribute. If you know psychologists who can help restore the sanity of the little boy and the mother on pro bono basis because there's no money. Three, the woman and her son needs to feed, they need to be housed. There's no house, they have no home right now, they are hiding somewhere. The boy has to feed, the boy has to go to school, and they have to have a house, a roof over their head. So we're also raising funds for all of that, and also to keep pursuing the case and all that. So any which way you can help, please reach out to me and I'll give you the direct contact of the person handling the case, or I can give you the PayPal if you want to send funds. The boy needs psychologists, he needs rehabilitation. Yes, he's about 5 or 6 year old boy. He's just a little boy, he's a baby too. Okay, so that is it. That is it, people. Be careful. Things are happening out there. Yeah, true, normally I missed your LS. I've been on this case since morning. While I was on this case, another thing also came to me, another case again. So, yes, we're saying justice for baby David. That's what we're saying. Stephen, hmm, hmm. Whoever wants to share, please share. Please feel free. Stephen, don't be home forever. You are going to get depressed when you stay indoors and not go out as well. It's a cray world out there. After all the struggle, women will still be the ones to bear the pains. Oh, Atayaba. If you say you're going to sit indoors forever, you are going to get depressed. So you have to go out as well, meet people, interact with people. Hi, Long Hair TV, you are welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Surrounded by rays of pictures without going somewhere else. Stevie, you can say that again. Things are happening. Ah, my goodness. All right, guys. Let me end this LS, okay? Let me end the LS. So that is what is going on. If there's any improvement, I'll let you guys know. Whatever happens, I'll let you guys know, okay? But please let the story go round. Whoever is able to help, please, whichever way, professional psychologists, professional whoever can help. The boy needs rehabilitation. The little boy needs rehabilitation. Even the mom needs rehabilitation as well. The surviving son needs serious rehabilitation and serious attendance because he witnessed everything. As young as he witnessed everything. Okay, so I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you all so much for thank you all so much for coming. Thank you all so much for contributing. Thank you all so much. So whoever feels like contributing anything, do let me know through IG. Okay. Today is what? Today is Tuesday. Do let me know through IG. Whoever feels like contributing anything. Not super chat, please. Not super chat to me. No, I don't want super chat. It can be through PayPal, or I'm going to send funds through PayPal to the person handling this thing. Okay, there's a PayPal account. Linungugi's channel has it. So if you feel like contributing, or if you feel like being part of it, do let me know on my IG. Contact me on my IG. Then we'll talk about it and we'll know how to go about it. Okay. I can't do anything else apart from what I am already doing, and apart from also, I can raise funds as well to support um, the surviving son and his mom. All right, and also to see if we can raise enough funds to rehabilitate the little boy, or to employ a professional psychologist to take care of him, or a psychologist on pro bono. Whoever can volunteer, if you have a psychologist that can work on the little boy on pro bono basis, because right now there's no money anywhere. We are also raising the funds for them to feed, for them to get a roof over their head, for the little boy to also go to school, because now he has graduated from kindergarten. He's 6 years old, okay, or 5 or 6 years old now. He's a little boy. All right, so that is it. The whole family, one cannot imagine little angel living that way. Yes, Zeni's thoughts. I couldn't stay inside if I wanted to. I miss the city and the forest. Stephen, she may not be a Christian. Hmm? What is? Thanks so much, Princess. May God bless you. Keep doing the great job you are doing. Gigi Masibo, you are welcome. Thank you so much. Also, you're also doing a great job. Ah, you're also doing a great job. Take care of you, host. You need all the energy too. Thank you. Thank you very much. The thing is affecting me. I don't know these people from Adam, but we are all mothers, and you know how it is when it comes to things affecting other human beings, and you know how it affects when it comes to children that are going through this kind of thing. Pau Pau, you are welcome. Thank you for coming. Hey, hey, thank you so much for coming. Except that you came very late when I'm about ending the LS. What we discussed today is a very sensitive issue. So if you are able to rewatch or replay this LS, you get a full story. I told a story and what is happening. This is reality. The case is ongoing right now. Okay. Simply meant the people that I have as neighbors. It's a pleasure, princess. You don't have to know people to feel their pain. Yes, Cindy. Yes, exactly. You don't have to know people to feel their pain. Yes, exactly. But this is just this is, ah my goodness. All right, guys. Gigi Masibo Empire. Hey there, lady. All right, guys. Take care of you, everybody. Please take care. Reach out to me on IG if anything comes to mind, please. Okay. Let me end it so that whoever wants to rewatch, it won't be too long for the person to rewatch. It's already an hour and a half. Yes, I have prayed. I prayed at the beginning. I'm not praying. I'm just going through. I'm hurting. I'm hurting, Papa. I am hurting seriously. If you replay this LS, you will see why I am hurting. My heart is bleeding seriously. Take care of you, everybody. See you again on Friday. On Thursday, I'm gonna premiere my video. Friday, I'll come out again. If I'm not able to come out before Friday, or Friday, I'll definitely come out. If anything happens before then, I'll let you guys know. Okay. Oh, bye, everybody. Papa, I'm not able to retell the story. Please watch this LS again, please. Please. Peace, everyone. Thank you so much for sharing and support. Yes, thank you all for sharing. For those who have shared, thank you for your support. For those who have volunteered funds, thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Please reach out to me. That's my IG if you are able to. Beyond Passions. That's my IG if you're able to reach out to me. You have if there's anything you feel like you can do, please let me know. Okay, guys. Till then, see you soon. Take care. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye.